The alien queen asked why I avoid her daughter. She wasn't ready for the answer. I am Captain Elias Ward, human envoy to the Zorath Dominion, one of the oldest and most feared empires in the galaxy. My assignment was simple on paper: represent humanity, maintain diplomacy, and avoid getting killed in the process. For the first few months, everything went according to plan. Until I met her. 1. The princess. Princess Kareth of Zorath was unlike any royal I'd ever encountered. While her people viewed humans as a fragile curiosity, she regarded us as something worth understanding. She sought me out during council breaks, asking questions about Earth, our oceans, our music, our wars. She was fascinated by how humans kept surviving despite endless catastrophe. You fight your own kind, you poison your own skies, and yet you thrive, she said once, eyes like molten gold. Why? I'd smiled. Because we don't know how to stay down. She'd laughed, but it wasn't a soft sound. It was sharp, powerful, like the rumble of a storm held barely in check. Over time, her attention became unsettling. Every glance lingered, every word carried meaning I didn't dare acknowledge. And soon, whispers began spreading across the court. The human has caught the princess's eye. That's when I started avoiding her. 2. The summons. Weeks passed. I kept to my quarters, filed my reports, and ensured our diplomatic standing remained intact. Until one morning, 2 Zorath guards arrived at my door. Captain Elias Ward, one said in a voice like rolling thunder, "Her Majesty commands your presence." They escorted me through the vast obsidian halls of the royal citadel. At the end of the throne chamber, Queen Virel herself sat atop her seat of crystal and bone, the light of twin suns gleaming off her scaled armor. At her right stood Princess Kareth, silent and unreadable. The queen's voice cut through the silence like a blade. "Human, I have a question for you." I bowed slightly. "Your Majesty." "Why," she said, leaning forward, "do you avoid my daughter?" 3. The question. Dozens of alien nobles watched from the shadows. One wrong word could end humanity's place in the Dominion. "I meant no disrespect," I said carefully. "It's not avoidance, merely respect for her station." "Respect?" The queen's tone darkened. "She is heir to my throne, and yet you flee from her presence as if she were diseased. Explain yourself." I swallowed. "Because she reminds me of something I saw once. Something I can't forget." The queen's golden eyes narrowed. "Speak." 4. The flashback. 3 years earlier, I'd been stationed on Vorga Prime, a humanitarian mission turned battlefield. A tectonic collapse had triggered mass chaos, and insurgents took advantage of the disaster to strike at relief teams. We were pinned under fire in the ruins when a Zorath soldier, female, massive, armored, broke cover to save a trapped civilian. 6 insurgents turned on her. Plasma bolts ripped through the air. She didn't retreat. She roared. In seconds, she tore through them, disarming, crushing, annihilating. When it ended, she cradled the dying civilian in her arms, her claws slick with blood, her voice breaking with grief. Her eyes burned gold. The same gold I saw every time I looked at Princess Kareth. 5. The answer. I looked up at the Queen. "I avoid your daughter because she reminds me of that soldier on Vorga Prime. The one who fought like a hurricane and wept like a human when the killing was done. I see that same power in her, the strength to save and destroy in the same heartbeat." The hall was utterly still. "I don't fear her rank," I continued softly. "I fear what she's capable of. Because I've seen that look before on the faces of humans who've lost everything." The Queen regarded me silently, her claws tapping against the armrest of her throne. Then, to my utter shock, she laughed. 6. The revelation. Her laughter rolled through the chamber, deep and resonant. "You are the first Offworlder to understand my bloodline, human." She rose, towering above me. You think my daughter frightens you because she is powerful? No. You fear her because she mirrors your own kind too closely. Her gaze softened, just slightly. And she fears you for the same reason. I turned to Kareth. Her eyes met mine, uncertain, searching. The Queen continued. Restraint is your people's true weapon. You destroy worlds when provoked, yet choose peace when others would revel in conquest. My daughter sees that, and it unsettles her. The realization hit like a punch. The predator feared the prey, because the prey had learned control. 7. The conversation. Later, I found Kareth in the royal gardens, beneath the glowing vines that shimmered against the night sky. You knew I was there, she said quietly. On Vorga Prime. I didn't realize until I saw your eyes, I admitted. You saved a child. I never forgot. She gave a bitter smile. I killed 6 to save 1. That's not mercy, it's madness. Sometimes, I said, they're the same thing. We stood in silence. I didn't mean to frighten you, she murmured. I only wanted to understand you. I think, I said, we both wanted that. Her expression softened. Perhaps one day, you'll stop avoiding me. I smiled faintly. Maybe one day, you'll stop giving me reasons to. She laughed, quietly this time. 8. The lesson. In the months that followed, things changed. The Zorath military began studying human tactics, precision over brutality, strategy over strength. And in turn, humanity learned from them. Courage without hesitation, honor without apology. Our alliance became stronger than ever, forged by mutual recognition. The Queen once told me, 2 predators can coexist if they respect the fire in the other's eyes. I finally understood what she meant. 9. Epilogue. Years later, when the Dominion and Earth fought side by side against the Creel invasion, I saw Princess Kareth again leading her forces from the front, her golden eyes burning like suns. And I realized then that I no longer feared her. Because we were the same. Warriors who'd learned that true power isn't in destruction, but in restraint. The galaxy once called humanity fragile. The Zorath once called themselves invincible. But together, we were something far greater, something the galaxy hadn't yet learned to fear enough.